Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stingers Field in the heart of the NDG. It is our pleasure to bring you this game between the Concordia Stingers and the UDM Carabin. It's a big game for the Concordia Stingers. 1-2-1 on the season. They were sitting in 4th place but find themselves currently in 6th. This game could be pivotal for them if they want to decide to make a push for the playoffs. This game could put them in a hole they do not want to be in, but they have a tough adversary to face today in the Carabin. First in the league, 3-0-0, 9 goals for, and not a single goal against. They've won all 3 games they've played this season. 2 games at home, beating Laval 3-0. They were the winners of the RSEQ last year. They beat McGill 2-0 at home as well. And away at UQTR, they smashed them in a whopping 4-0 thrashing. The Concordia Stingers, on the other hand, winning their first game of the season at home against Bishops 2-0. And then losing to Laval in what was a close game, a 2-1 loss here at home. They went away to Sherbrooke and got a 2-0, 2-2 tie, getting a point out of the game. And then they lost here at home, 2-0 against UQAM. So this game will be important. However, if they want to beat this team, they're going to have to score some goals. One thing that is really hard to do. Last season, the Carabin only allowed 2 goals in 14 games, an absolutely disgusting defensive record, and one that will be hard for the Stingers to beat today. We will see how they will fare. A similar lineup that we've seen this season, however, a big change in net. Rosalie Giroir makes her start today here at home. Naila Louisan was the one occupying the net for the major part of this season so far, and we're going to see if this change can spark some kind of fight against UDM. At the back, Brianna Panazza in the center back role as well. Holly Hartland, who's been sensational at right back for the Stingers, starts as well. Maeva Dion, Emily Agradonis, Alexiane Tremblay, Anna Maria De Premio, Adriana De Silva, Rachel Vermeer, Devin Vermeer, and Juliana Faustini round out the starting 11. On the other side, Cassandra Descombes, Blessing Mai Keith, Maud Legacy, Sarah Ricciardelli, Alexis Belrose, Shayla He, Justine Lalonde, Karine Villain, Jeanne Even, Maud Savaria, and in goal, Anna Stevens-Cardin to complete the starting 11 for the Carabin. It's an interesting game we have on our hands. It's a big test for the Stingers. Will they pass or will they fail? We will find out after 90 minutes of football as we are set to get underway here in a beautiful sunset setting at Stingers Field. My name is Colin Van den Amela, and alongside the rest of the broadcast team, it is our pleasure to bring you this game as UDM are set to get us underway. And they have with Alexis Belrose already playing it forward. That's how they like to play, aggressive from the start. That pass picked off by Dion on the far side as the ball rolls out for the first throw-in of the game. Maud Savaria on the far side to take the throw-in. She puts it in play. Dion sees the ball roll past her. That one off the leg of a Carabin player and out of play for a goal kick, and that means the first touch on the ball for Giroir. She doesn't want to be too busy because she doesn't want to be facing that many shots. However, getting her into the game early is not a bad idea for the Stingers, as she takes the goal kick and launches it into the midfield where Emily Agradona sees it goes over her head. Holly Hartland puts it out of play where De Silva just watches it go out, and it'll be Cassandra Descombes on the throw-in for UDM. Holly Hartland misses the ball. Alexiane Tremblay is there to reject that pass, and we will have another throw-in here on the near side. Descombes on the throw-in. She'll play it towards Jeanne Even. She's being watched by Holly Hartland. Even showing her feet, tries to get it past Hartland. She'll get the bounce off the defender, and it'll stay Carabin ball with another throw in, this time a little deeper in Stingers territory. Descombes puts it in play. Belrose trying to create on her left foot. She gets it to Jeanne Even, taking a touch, poked away by Rachel Vermeer, coming back really deep defensively, with the Stingers already being pressed into a low block really early into the first half. Holly Hartland stepping in the way, and she'll clear it once more. Descombes, who's seen a lot of the ball so far, only 2 minutes gone by. And on the near side, it's with Lalande. She'll get it back for Descombes. That ball well out of play. Miscue by the Carabin relieves the pressure for the Stingers, and they'll have a chance to try and settle down the play and get a bit of possession. Holly Hartland with a long throw, aiming towards Rachel Vermeer. She can't get to the ball. Mike Keith plays it over for Legacy, and it's on to the far side with Savaria. Savaria keeps it moving. Into the middle. Karine Villain, one of the best names in the league. As Jeanne Even looks to play a ball into the box, fighting with Holly Hartland. It's along the line, and that's the first play by Giroir. She picks up the ball and settles down the play as the Stingers reset. Rosalie Giroir with a long ball that's met by Villain. Tremblay steps into the play. Jeanne Even stays on the ball. She'll play it towards Ricciardelli, who couldn't control. Nice play by Faustini, who can't find a pass, but she'll get to the ball once more as Vermeer gets taken down. De Premio keeps it alive. Emily Agradonis. Is Rachel Vermeer all right? Looks a bit hobbled as she gets to her feet, a little limp, but she seems to be all right. The Concordia Stingers' top goal scorer with 4 goals this season. She finished with 6 last year. And if the Stingers are going to be scoring any goals in this game, it'll most likely come through Vermeer. Only 2 goal scorers this season so far for the Stingers. Ashley Burdick managed to get one in the net as well, whereas on the other side, 6 different goal scorers so far this season for the Carabins, showing their offensive depth. Here's Jeanne Even, who's seen a lot of the ball so far in this first half. Alexiane Tremblay will let the ball roll back to her goalkeeper. And once more, the Stingers a chance to get back into formation. Dion. Liagradonis, poor ball, and that's put straight out of play. Savaria. Emily Agradonis trying to take the ball away from Shayla He, who keeps going. A little step over on her left foot, tries to put one into the box, blocked by Faustini. And the hold of play by Vermeer as she lays it off for Liagradonis, who gets taken down by Ricciardelli. Dion on the throw-in. Rachel Vermeer. Faustini, nice turn. Can she find De Silva? That's cleared away by Descombes. Holly Hartland not opting to make that run on the near side. And nice play defensively by Hartland to get the ball out of play as Justine Lalande was streaking forward. Cassandra Descombes. Faustini heads it away. Villain in the heart of the midfield. She played a big role in the last game that Carabin had here at Stingers Field. A disappointing result for the Stingers, losing 5-0 in that game. Long shot is blocked by Rachel Vermeer. Descombes fakes the one time. She'll bring it left nicely, showing her speed. Plays the ball into the box. It's played away, and Devin Vermeer gets it away. Running back for it is Maud Savaria. Ricciardelli. Taking her time as she's under no immediate pressure. Savaria. Central for Maï Keith. Villain. Attempted through ball is intercepted by Holly Hartland, and it's launched back straight to the Carabin defense. Maï Keith holding on to it, and she'll reset with Lagacé. Nice long ball. Once again, Holly Hartland in the way. Villain almost getting caught on the ball. Lagacé looks the other way now. Dion clears. Ricciardelli. Faustini. Dion. Depremio, getting pushed in the back. Devin Vermeer with a strong challenge, and here comes Rachel Vermeer. Now one-on-one with Maï Keith. On she goes. Vermeer still all by herself, being pulled from behind. Devin Vermeer now. De Silva on the near side. Heavy touch, but she gets to it. Emily Agradonis tries to settle with Faustini, who's being ridden on the back by Jeanne Evan, but she keeps going. Nice play by Faustini. Liagradonis plays it out wide to Depremio. She keeps going. Left-footed cross, looking for Devin Vermeer, a long-distance shot. And that's the first attempt of the game by the Concordia Stingers. Not on target, but a nice move by the Stingers. All started by the great hold-up play by Rachel Vermeer, who was 1-on-3 and kept it alive. Lagacé. Savaria. Ricciardelli back to Savaria. Nice play by the Carabin, but the last pass, a poor one, and it's put out of play by Panazza. Savaria with the long throw. Dion in the way. Faustini knees it high. Villain gets involved. Panazza rising for the ball. Devin Vermeer tries to settle it. She'll poke it forward, and Descombes will settle it down with Lagacé. Depremio gets in the way of the pass. Savaria. Ricciardelli. And that ball rolled past the line, and it's out of play for a Stingers throw. Villain being pressured by De Silva. Liagradonis. And the Stingers win the ball back with Faustini. Depremio. Miscommunication with Liagradonis, and Villain gets the ball back, and the Carabin control in what is a beautiful evening as the sun sets over Concordia's Loyola campus. Liagradonis turns. Can she find the switch? She can with De Silva. Nice layoff for Devin Vermeer. Beautifully switched out wide with Holly Hartland, who plays it first time off the head of Jeanne Evan. And she'll get the ball back, Holly Hartland, under pressure by number 20, Jeanne Evan. Hartland still under pressure. Nice play away from pressure. And she plays a nice ball forward for Rachel Vermeer, getting it straight back. Good idea by Emily Agradonis. However, the pass just couldn't find her. Maï Keith getting in the way, but Liagradonis sticks to the play. Finds Vermeer, chipped in the way of Depremio. Can she find a shot? She'll lay it back. No one's there except Villain. And Alexiane Tremblay keeps it going for the Stingers. Maï Keith. Lalonde. Nice run away from Faustini, but there is Devin Vermeer to recuperate. Beautiful coverage. Faustini. Her pass for De Silva is out of play after 10 minutes gone by in the first half. Descombes. Faustini. Had a chance to have a couple words with Wilfred Monti, head coach of the Stingers soccer team. And he feels confident in this game. The team is ready. They've trained hard this week, ready for a formidable opponent in the Carabin. And he had a smile on his face, and he knew the occasion, and he has a lot of confidence in his team. Rachel Vermeer, who inspires that confidence, brings it forward. De Premio on the far side can keep it alive if she chooses to. She'll take the throw-in. Faustini charging up to provide an option. She gets the ball. High up the box. Liagradonis is shot. Wide, but promising. It'll be a corner for the Concordia Stingers. Emily Agradonis to take the first corner of the game. An in-swinger. She'll look to put it on the penalty spot, which is very full at the moment. And coming out of her net well was Anna Stevens-Cardin, commandingly grabbing that ball, making no mistake as she settles it down and sends her team upfield. Nice control by Belrose, but it was taken away from her. Savaria. Mai Keith. Vermeer gets in the way. De Silva. Mai Keith recovers. And under not too much pressure, she gets it back for Maud Lagacé. Villain for Mai Keith. Lagacé looks long. It only finds Brianna Panazza. Devin Vermeer gets taken down and the referee calls a foul. Brianna Panazza's ball only finds Villain. Trying to settle it down with Shayla He, but a high boot means it's another foul called against the Carabin, and Brianna Panazza has another chance to distribute it upfield. Panazza, on the second time of asking, once again finds Villain. Lalonde over on the far side for Ricciardelli. She gets stripped of the ball by De Premio, but the referee, having absolutely none of it, calls it back. Lagacé. Mai Keith. Jeanne Avon. Lagacé for Savaria. Villain. One time for Shayla He, taken away by Panazza. Devin Vermeer, with lots of Carabins around her, just opts to relieve the pressure. And the Carabin will restart the move with Mai Keith. Decombe to the near side for even. Mai Keith. Lagacé. Nice control by Belrose. She holds on to it. The pass couldn't find her intended target, and it's with Rachel Vermeer. Nice control, however. It slips away from her, and Villain will get it going again with even. Nice control to set herself, and Holly Hartland gets in the way once more. And she'll just hold on to it, played into the middle. Faustini's ball. Mai Keith. Lagacé looking long once again for even. Coming out of the net is Giroir. It's played over Giroir. Tremblay couldn't settle a chance, and they score! Justine Lalonde, a mess at the back by the Stingers, and they punish. It's 1-0 for the Carabins. Rosalie Giroir looking to play aggressive. Jeanne-Even chipped the ball over her. Alexiane Tremblay decided to take a touch instead of just getting it out, and she was rightly punished by Justine Lalonde, and it's 1-0. 17 minutes gone by in the first half. So Justine Lalonde scores her second goal of the season for the Carabins. And it is now a tall task for the Stingers. Last season, I said in the opener, the Carabins only allowed 2 goals in 14 games and did not allow 2 goals in a single game. On each occasion, it was just a singular goal by their opposition. However, they did lose 2-1 in the RSEQ finals as they come again. Ricciardelli a long shot, and that one's caught and gloved by Giroir. Dion. Villain. De Premio. She sees De Silva. Finds her, however, a tough ball to control is under Carabin possession. Jeanne-Even on the near side for Lalonde, the goal scorer. Lalonde for the streaking Descombes, and she's called offside. So that was one aspect that we saw a lot in Naila Louison's game. She charges out of the box with a lot of authority. However, it's costed her a couple times so far this season, giving up a few penalties, and in general sometimes looking at rather unconvincing coming out of the net. And we see it again with Rosalie Giroir, who ran out of the net as well instead of holding her position, and ultimately came back to bite her. However, that was a moment. We'll see how the Stingers respond. Lots of game left to go. Giroir. Villain, who once again has been very prominent for the Carabins. Very noticeable. That ball by Justine Lalonde a little too far away for Belrose. Or Shayla He. Dion. Vermeer. She stops. Emily Agridonis does well under the pressure of 3 players. Rachel Vermeer, can she complete the 1-2 with her sister? She does. Devin's touch a little too heavy. And Lalonde will once again play it forward. Brianna Panazza gets in the way. Devin Vermeer, a high floater. Intercepted by Mai Keith. Belrose stays on the ball under the pressure of Liagridonis and Faustini. Liagridonis' ball, a heavy one. And coming out of her net, Anna Stevens-Caldin will play it for the Carabins. Lagacé with a nice move. Panazza. Faustini. De Premio. Alexiane Tremblay. Brianna Panazza. Dion. De Premio. The Stingers enjoying a bit of possession. Faustini. Chips one over for De Premio. She lets it run. And that was a handball, which is seen by the referee and brought back for a foul. Decombe. Jean Even. Nice intricate passing by the Carabin is intercepted by Alexiane Tremblay and the ball is put out of play. The men's soccer team here watching, and so is the men's rugby team as well. Jean Even streaking forward. She's so quick, but she gets taken off the ball by Emily Agradonis, and she wins a goal kick. Cassandra Decombe on the throw. Shayla, he brings it down. Faustini gets in the way. De Silva clears it. That one comes off the head of Belrose and out of play for a Stingers throw. Holly Hartland. De Silva. Decombe. And it's off Liagradonis and out of play. Lalonde. Faustini. In close quarters, she gets taken off the ball by Belrose. Chopping to her left foot. Holly Hartland once again in the way. She'll bring it back, and Alexiane Tremblay will clear it away. De Silva keeps it moving, and Emily Agradonis can't get to it before Villain. And number 16 being pulled, hassled, and harassed by Liagradonis, but the referee lets them play on. Mai Keith. Shayla He. Jean Even can't get to the ball before it's cleared away by Holly Hartland. De Silva beaten to it by Shayla He. Jean Even trying to chip it over Holly Hartland. Can she keep it alive? Holly Hartland keeps it moving, and she'll play it off Jean Even and win the goal kick. So tenacious in her defending. Holly Hartland, a great addition to this team at right back. Savaria. Panazza. Dion. Emily Agradonis. Belrose trying to operate between two players. Can't dribble past them, and it's out. And the Carabin will reset on the throw with Savaria on the far side. Panazza's header. Kept alive and sent forward. De Premio keeps it moving. Vermeer trying to get involved. Dion clears it away. Liagradonis sends it further. It comes back. Faustini. Devin Vermeer. The ball finds Jeanne Even. On her right foot, she'll try one. That one's off Vermeer and rolls kindly into the arms of Rosalie Giroir. Rachel Vermeer running onto it. Now a chance. Rachel Vermeer one-on-one. What a save! Stevens Cardin point blank denies the Stingers' top goal scorer and puts it out for a corner. Sensational effort by Anna Stevens Cardin to keep this a Carabin lead, and it stays 1-0 with the Stingers now chance to put in the corner. Wow, what a reflex save. Vermeer creating her own chances. It was a great shot as well, but they just couldn't convert this one to the far post. Devin Vermeer will get to it first, but it's put out of play by Villain. Just a great opportunity. Vermeer showing her speed, getting past both Lagacé and Maï Keith. And she blasted one straight onto Stevens Cardin, who was up to the task. As we see the first substitution of the game as the Premio heads off. Wonder if she's injured or if the game just wasn't going her way according to the coaches, but we will see. And Alma Aristide comes on to replace the Premio. Lalonde poked off the ball. De Silva for Vermeer. Ricciardelli. Lagacé. Belrose. Savaria pokes it on. Shayla He brings it down the line. Brianna Panazza tries to stay with her. The cross is blocked. Shayla He with a bouncing ball. Plays it to the top of the box. Lalonde brings it down. Played away by Tremblay, and Devin Vermeer will run it out. As the pressure is ultimately relieved as the ball finds its way to Rosalie Giroir. Holly Hartland, Faustini, Rachel Vermeer. Nice turn. Devin Vermeer. And her ball is away from Aristide. Jeanne-Even, first time, looking for Lalonde. Tremblay is there. And she puts it out of play to safety. And we are going to see another substitution. So 2 early substitutions in this game. Ricciardelli heads off. And that'll be the end of her game. Coming in to replace her is Robitaille Bourgeois. Lalonde. As Holly Hartland puts the ball out of play, the referees don't know, and finally they make the decision and award a corner. Alexis Belrose to take the in-swinging corner for the Carabins as they look to double their lead. Good cross aimed towards the far post. Villain was in and around, but it's Aristide to run away with it for the Stingers. As ahead of speed, she brings it forward. Plays a nice through ball. Faustini can't get there before Cassandra Descombes. Maï Keith. Villain, who's won so many aerial duels so far in the first half. The deep lying 6 for the Carabins. Dion. Tremblay. Panazza. De Silva tries to bring it down. Devin Vermeer, nice control. She'll settle it down, and Holly Hartland plays it upfield. Maya Keith. Villain. Devin Vermeer can't get to the ball before Jeanne-Even, and it's back with Villain. Distributes it to the far side. Robitaille out wide. Shayla He plays it back into the box. Blocked by Panazza. Shayla He will try again. Aristide is fighting for the ball, and he stays with it, but Aristide got fouled, and the referee awards the Stingers a free kick. Rosalie Giroir. The Carabins, such a good team. However, this game could very easily be 1-1. Just shows the quality of UDM all around the pitch. Scoring, defense, but also great quality in net as well. Anna Stevens-Cardin with a show-stopping save. Faustini, that ball's out of play. It's a testament to the standards they have set themselves, yet to concede this season. Shayla He in a battle. Villain all alone, no pressure whatsoever. Aristide. Nice ball, Vermeer. Gets taken away from her by Savaria. Jeanne-Even on the near side. Has room to run into. De Silva tracking back. Even goes on. She'll stop up. Nice move. And on she goes again. De Silva now in her wake. She gets taken down. Robitaille tries to keep going. Even wants the foul, and they'll get it. De Silva, who got beaten by Jeanne-Even, took her down, and rightly so, the referee awards a foul. And the Carabins are in a promising position to try and double their lead with around 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Belrose on the free kick. She'll go for goal, and it's caught by Giroir. Not too difficult to test. Holly Hartland. The ball rolls off Belrose, and it goes out of play. Holly Hartland on the throw. Vermeer keeps it moving. Mike Keith plays it up and pushing the back on Vermeer. Holly Hartland to deliver this set piece for Concordia. And that delivery underwhelming as it's caught by Stevens-Cardin. Mike Keith for Lagacé. Savaria. Nice ball for Shayla. She turns and keeps it going. Little step over as she's being watched by Dion. She'll play it out wide. Lalonde. Linesman wasn't quite sure, but she decides to raise her flag and indicate a goal kick as Rosalie Giroir sets the ball down. Devin Vermeer tries to steer that ball in the direction of Holly Hartland. Cassandra Decombe. A little heavy. Holly Hartland will launch it into the midfield. Lagacé high. Faustini settles it down. Villain gets in the way. Once again, a disturbance in the midfield. Savaria running away from Faustini will chip one for Shayla Heat, but her pass, not as intended, finds its way out of play, and Concordia with a throw on the far side once more. Faustini loses it. Lalonde. Shayla Heat tracking back well was Liagradonis. That ball just out of the path of Aristide. And she has it now. Shayla Heat. Belrose. Brianna Panazza takes over. De Silva under pressure. One time for Faustini. She'll look the other way. Keeps it moving with Aristide. She's being watched by Shayla Heat, but Aristide will show her speed and her strength. However, that was a bit much for the referee, and it's called a foul. As Aristide tried to bulldoze her way down the line. But the referee was not on her side. Emily Agradonis fighting with Lagacé, and it's Lagacé who won the duel. Robitaille chips the ball forward, and Giroir out of the net to intercept for the Stingers. Devin Vermeer, first time for De Silva. She gets it back from De Silva, but the pass not accurate enough, and it's the Carabins who take it away. Lalonde looking for Shayla Heat, and Brianna Panazza gets rid of the danger. Dion puts it out of play. Dion heads away the throw. Shayla He tries to keep it alive for the Carabins. On her right foot, she's being pressured by Liagradonis with a little whack, and she gets lucky. Nothing called. Lagacé will send it right back into the danger zone. Jeanne Even waiting for the ball. Nice touch. Good take. And she puts it wide. Devin Vermeer, nice control. Holly Hartland, De Silva, Rachel Vermeer. Back for Devin Vermeer. Chipped in the way of De Silva. Headed on, and it's Mai Keith on the ball. Under pressure, 4 Stingers around her. Poked away, and Faustini couldn't get it forward for Vermeer. De Silva whacking away at Jeanne Even. Robitaille, first time for Belrose. Can she find the switch? Under pressure, 2 players on her, and she'll switch it to the far side with Savaria. Lalonde. And it's poked away by Vermeer. Emily Agradonis. And a tough ball to control by Aristide is out of play. Belrose. Tremblay away. Savaria. Belrose. De Silva. Devin Vermeer. Emily Agradonis. Her pass intercepted. Savaria. Lalonde. Lets it run. Takes a few touches and will play it. A nice ball for Shayla He. The cut back towards Savaria is cleared away. It's kept alive by Lalonde. And it's ultimately out of play for a Carabin corner kick. Belrose on the corner for the Carabin. As we gently approach halftime, the Carabin enjoying a 1-0 lead away from home. Chance to maybe double it here with a Belrose delivery. Played into the box. Villain was looking for it, but it's headed away by the Stingers. Mike Keith will play it back. Decombe to deliver. Panazza away. Belrose kicked away from her by Rachel Vermeer. Aristide on the far side. 16 against 29. And her through ball finds its way to Stevens Gardin, who picks it up and settles it down for the Carabin. Stevens Gardin not so busy in this game. She made that one spectacular save, but since then has not been called upon very often. Panazza. The ball gets away from her. Long distance attempt. Rolls wide. That shot by Robitaille. Ambitious. Tremblay. Devin Vermeer almost got past Villain. But as she does so well, she took it away from Devin Vermeer. The through ball was denied. Belrose, nice switch to the near side. Jeanne Even waiting for the ball. Takes a touch in stride. Little step over. Trying to beat Holly Hartland. She'll cut that way. Go the other way. Gets taken down a whack. She stays on her feet. Holly Hartland. That very easily could have been a penalty had she fallen down. Faustini grabbing onto her as well. And no, it's going to be Jeanne Even who ultimately commits the foul and gets a yellow card. So Jeanne Even receives the first yellow card of the game. And that situation ended quite favorably for the Stingers. Holly Hartland almost taking down Jeanne Even in the box. Waning moments of the first half. As the time comes off the clock, long shot by Lagacé. Going for the spectacular. Sends it high. And that will almost see us out of the first half. The Carabin enjoying a 1-0 lead away from home. The best team in the league so far this season. Belrose wins a header. Tremblay gets involved. She'll launch one. No stinger around, and that will do it for the first half. Montreal in the lead, 1-0 off the goal by Lalonde. 15 minutes for both teams to go over tactics. 15 minutes for Concordia to try and come up with a way that they'll get back in this game. And after that, the second half will be underway. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second half between the Concordia Stingers and the UDM Carabin. It's a 1-0 lead for the Carabin at the moment as Lalonde opened the scoring in the first half, putting them up by 1 on a mistake at the back by the Concordia Stingers. And we will see what kind of effort the Stingers can muster up here in the second half. Do they have what it takes to tie the game? Do they have what it takes to win the game in comeback fashion? Or will it be 3 points to the enemy and the best team in the league? We will find out as we are set to get underway with Rachel Vermeer standing over the ball. She had a sensational opportunity to tie the game at 1 apiece. However, she was denied by Anna Stevens-Cardin. And so it is a 1-0 lead for Montreal as we are underway here in the second half with Alexiane Tremblay. Holly Hartland, who had a good first half for the Stingers, on the ball. She finds Rachel Vermeer. Emily Agridonis. Back for Vermeer. Can she keep it in on the far side? No, she can't. Maya Keith coming back for the ball as well. Nice moves in the middle by Sarah Trangi. New substitution for the Carabin. As it looks like Villain will be sitting for the second half. Here is Trangi over on the far side for Delorme. Played through for Loisel. Loisel falls on the ball and it's played away by Panassa de Silva. Her clearing attempt is blocked by Loisel, so quite a few substitutions for the Carabin here at halftime. Looks like Belrose also a halftime substitution. Jeanne Even no longer on the pitch as well. Lalonde on the near side, steps past Evan Vermeer, plays a ball into the box, comes off Robitaille, and the ball rolls out of play. Rosalie Giroir on the goal kick. Trangi gets in the way. Robitaille spinning off Tremblay, gets it to Lalonde, turning and shooting, and her shot goes wide. However, the Carabin will not have a corner. It will be a goal kick after the attempt by Lalonde. The Carabin confused as to why they didn't receive a corner kick. However, both the linesman and the referee agree that it is a goal kick. Giroir. Devin Vermeer heads it high. Rachel Vermeer can't get to it. However, her sister Devin does. Couldn't find the through ball for Aristide. Faustini's ball cleared away by the Carabin defense. On the far side with Delorme. Good interception by Aristide on the near side as she goes forward with speed, cuts inside, maybe a chance, on she goes, Rachel Vermeer brought down, Aristide the shot, and that one goes high. Great play by Aristide, looking to combine with Rachel Vermeer, showing her speed as well. However, she couldn't find the back of the net on that occasion. However, the two players for the Stingers looking dangerous. So quite a few substitutions at halftime for the Carabins, giving a full half of football to maybe some players who don't see as much game time. A show of confidence by the head coach, Nadej Akams. And maybe an opportunity for the Stingers to exploit as well. Delorme gets poked off the ball by Faustini. Running down the line, Faustini still has it. Goes out for a throw. Delorme with the tackle and recovery. The Carabins have also made a goalkeeper change. So they changed just about everyone. So Alice Noël Sirois in net for the Carabins now as well. Mike Keith. Long ball. Only finds Rosalie Giroir. So Shayla He, also a halftime substitution. Micah Sanasak. Devin Vermeer over on the near side with Aristide. Can she keep the ball in? Yes, she can. However, right behind her was Savaria. Savaria's pass intercepted by Devin Vermeer. Rachel Vermeer getting back. Liagra Donis resets. Alexiane Tremblay under pressure. She'll run with it. Chipped away from her by Trangi. Robitaille pokes it for Lalonde. Back for Robitaille. Faustini gets in the way. Robitaille once more. Her shot is blocked. Dion. Can she keep the ball in? No, she can't. Savaria on the throw. Robitaille lets it go for Lalonde. Picked up to the middle by Sanasak. Maya Keith. And Rachel Vermeer is shaken up under the contact with Micah Sanasak. And hopefully Vermeer is all right. She looks okay. A little shaken up, but nothing she cannot handle. Maya Keith on the far side for Decombe. Nice turn by Loisel. Cleared away by Tremblay. And the Carabins will run it right back. Sanasak. Great switch. Lalonde. Her control a little too heavy. And Dion lofts it out of play. Brianna Panazza heads the ball clear. Lalonde back into the box. Pinball machine. Trangi settles it down. Nice chip, and the shot is put over the crossbar, but that would have been spectacular. The little chip back to herself over Tremblay. But ultimately, the quality of this shot not as good as the dribbles before. Coming up after this game, the men's soccer team will also be playing the Carabin. Sanishak showing nice feet. The Carabin well in control of this game at the moment, enjoying the possession, running the play. Everyone getting touches on the ball. Rachel Vermeer with good pressure. And it'll be a Carabin throw. Savaria. Dion. Aristide. Robitaille. Panazza was in and around. Trangi settles. Lalonde through the legs of Panazza. Puts in a ball. And Dion clears it away. That was Dion who got nutmegged. The Carabin oozing confidence, showing why they are the best team in this league. Absolutely dominating the play so far. 10 minutes gone by in the second half. That pass wayward. Robitaille brings it down. Faustini gets a foot in. Sanisak. Loisel. She gets tackled by Faustini. Play goes on. And Holly Hartland emphatically out of play. Rosalie Giroir on the goal kick. Devin Vermeer. Emily Agradonis tries to get to the ball. Couldn't get to it before Descombes. And here comes Devin Vermeer with speed. Plays it over on this near side. Aristide. 2-on-1. On she goes. And it's put out of play by the Carabin. And a corner kick for the Stingers, and maybe an opportunity for them to strike. It's only a one-goal game. Emma Liagradonis on the corner, set to deliver an in-swinger. Very busy in the 6-yard box as the Stingers pile in. Liagradonis' corner, aimed at the near post. It's loose. Dion is there. Poked back to Silva. Holds on to it. Good dribbling in close quarters, but it's hacked away from her. And Lalonde will run it away for the Carabin. Loisel. The through ball for no one. Panazza back for Giroir. Panazza. Loose ball, but Dion will get there and clear it away. Rachel Vermeer coming back from up top. Gets it out wide here for Aristide. She'll drop it back, and Dion, time and space to make a decision. Gets it on for Vermeer. Glancing header, but Mai Keith gets back and dispels any danger. And the ball put off Liagradonis and out of play for a Carabin throw-in. And now another substitution. De Silva will be making way for what looks to be Ashley Burdick. So Ashley Burdick into the game for Concordia. The only other goal scorer that is not named Rachel Vermeer. Tremblay. Savaria. Dion. Aristide. Nice feet. Can't keep it in. Savaria's throw. Tanji can't get away from Faustini. Faustini in a battle. Loses it against Lalonde. And it'll be a throw-in for the Carabin Savaria, who's been busy on this near side with the throw-ins in the last 3 minutes. We'll play a long one. Dion gets her head onto the ball. Lalonde. Robitaille tries to play it on for Tanji. It's in the box. Can they get it away? Finally cleared. Savaria once again on the throw-in. This time Brianna Panazza gets her head to it. Gets beaten on the second chance by Robitaille. And Aristide clears it away. Vermeer waiting for the ball. It comes to Maya Keith. Nice touch away from danger. On she goes. Tanji. Descombes. Sanasak. Savaria. Lalonde. Sanasak. And Panazza breaks it up. Swing and a miss by Trangi. Here she is again on her left foot. Blocked. Lalonde running onto it. Still she goes. And finally, coming out of her net, Giroir takes control. The Carabin showing the way they move the ball so well. Faustini under pressure, and the ball's taken from her by Loisel. And once again, it's the visitors who control, but Faustini gets it back. Her pass, a loose one, and it's picked up by Trangi. Being watched by Devin Vermeer. Robitaille calms it down. Nice ball. Lalonde couldn't control, and it's played away by Tremblay. Aristide, nice move on the near side. Gets to the ball. Beautiful move. She's brought energy and skill since coming on early in the first half. Looks for the switch for Ashley Burdick. However, the pass not as good in quality as the move we saw prior, but she has been a spark in this game for the Stingers. As it's on the far side with Laurence Delorme. She gets clattered by Rachel Vermeer, and might we see the second card of the game? Yeah, we will. Rachel Vermeer goes into the book after a brash challenge on the far side. The second yellow card of the game. Sanasak brings it wide, being watched by Holly Hartwell. Sanasak still gets taken off it by Holly Hartwell, and she'll clear it out and doesn't give up a corner. Rachel Vermeer. Devin Vermeer looking to spread the play. Emily Agradonis applying pressure on Sanisak, and it's cleared away by Lagacé. Trangi. Nice move. Robitaille in space. Holds. Makes a move. Gets taken down. And it's a penalty kick given up by Dion. Robitaille with a nice move in the box. And the Carabao with a chance to double their lead and seal this game. So it'll be the center back, Maud Lagacé, on penalty duties. The third penalty given up by this Stingers team this season. Lagacé, does she have the composure? Can she rise up to the moment? Lagacé, ice in her veins as she makes it 2-0 for the Carabao. Sent Giroir the wrong way and sent it high into the middle left side of the goal. And the Carabao with a commanding 2-0 lead in a game they've been controlling. And as the sun sets over Loyola, so does the hopes of maybe beating the best team in the league. Ashley Burdick. Robitaille. Trangi. Back, Sanisak from distance. Oh, off the crossbar. Sanisak with a beautiful attempt. Hits the bar. Unlucky for number 11, the halftime substitute. Great effort from distance. However, she could not make it 3. Robitaille. And that ball just evades Loisel and goes out for a Concordia Stingers throw. Robitaille gets taken off the ball. Devin Vermeer fighting for it. Savaria. Dion. Savaria once more. Devin Vermeer gets in the way. Faustini. Are we perhaps going to see any action on the bench from Wilfred Monty? Any substitutions perhaps to maybe change the complexity of the game? A player that can come in and change something. Right now it's all Carabin. Loisel tried to get it back for Lalonde. Couldn't do so. Panazza streaking out from the back. Her pass for Rachel Vermeer doesn't connect. And it's with Descombes. Lalonde. Beautiful control. Trangi. Little back heel. Ball put into the box. A high one, and it's Giroir. Trendy. Played through. Jen Avon seems to be back in the game. Here's Jan Avon, long distance. Saved by Giroir. Ricciardelli. Nice feet. That pass finds Sanisak. Holly Hartland. Faustini. Annabelle Pierre with a nice ball. Devin Vermeer in tons of room. Rachel Vermeer takes a touch. Her shot is blocked. Aristide. Robitaille. Ricciardelli. With speed. Ricciardelli lifts up, picks up her head on her left foot, sends it to the far side towards Trangi. Trangi one-on-one with Holly Hartwell, and Holly Hartwell wins the duel. Ashley Burdick. Here's Faustini as the game opens up a bit. Rachel Vermeer being watched by Mia Keith. Faustini, beautiful turn. On she goes, looking for the through ball for Vermeer, can't find her. But that was a nice move by the Stingers. Loisel, back and forth we go. Robitaille, her pass intercepted and a nice body feint by Penats. I mean, she can get it back to Giroir. And Dion will get it going once more for the Stingers. Dion, long ball into space, looking for Faustini, who will give it her all. However, Lagacé way ahead of her. Dion. Sanasak. Annabelle Pierre. And it's cleared away by Noël Sirois. Jeanne Even gets it back from Loisel. Jeanne Even still. Annabelle Pierre gets a foot in. But here's Loisel. Poked away from her. Now a chance for Delorme. Puts it into the box. All alone is Robitaille, but well offside as well. And we will see another substitution. So Belrose looks like she'll be coming back into the game. And Ariane Loisel, a halftime substitute, makes her way off. Excuse me. So Loisel went to the bench. However, it's Robitaille, the one who's going to be substituted. And coming back into the game is Alexis Belrose. Quarter of an hour remaining in this game. The Carabins thoroughly in control, leading 2-0 away from home. Devin Vermeer looking for Aristide. Rachel Vermeer. Ricciardelli gets back and clears it away. Dion, who gave up the penalty, will take the throw-in. Faustini. Annabelle Pierre. Dion. Rachel Vermeer. Good take. Aristide. Annabelle Pierre. Aristide. Poor pass picked off by Belrose, but Devin Vermeer gets back. Faustini. Nice 1-2 with Devin Vermeer. However, the final ball a little challenging. On the near side, Delorme gives it away. Faustini out wide. Rachel Vermeer a chance to put one in the box. She does. Annabelle Pierre is there. Faustini gets to the ball as well. Settles it down. Ashley Burdick will bring it back. Holly Hartland just sends one in the air. Mia Keith away. Belrose to settle. And the Carabins once again control. Alexiane Tremblay. Faustini. Stingers throw. Stingers goal kick. As in the corner of your frame, you might be able to see the men's Carabin team getting ready. They will be playing just over half an hour after this game concludes. Faustini. Nice play with Vermeer. She holds on to it. Finds Ashley Burdick. Burdick high into the box. And just that lack of quality towards the end of the play when they get high up the field, it's costed them today. Poor clearance by Noël Sirois. Dion. Annabelle Pierre heads one on. Mia Keith. Tough challenge by Brianna Panazza. Trangi will play quickly to Delorme. She gets past Aristide. Ricciardelli gets the ball and gets clattered by Aristide. And it'll be a Carabin throw-in. Stingers goal kick. Faustini combining with Ashley Burdick. Devin Vermeer away from Burdick. Trangi. Faustini gets taken off the ball by Belrose. Centered for Jeanne-Yves. Nice step away from Tremblay. On she goes. She'll drop it back. Ricciardelli cuts back onto her left foot. Holds on. Trangi getting away from Annabelle Pierre. On she goes. And finally coming out was Brianna Panazza. 2 played away. And now a chance for Aristide to bring it forward for the Stingers. 4 players coming back. On she goes. Rachel Vermeer takes control. Tries to get it back to Aristide. Cannot complete the play. And the referee will call it back and award the Stingers a free kick. Holly Hartland, who was set to take it 20 yards further away than she needed to. But she gets the ball into the right position and has a chance to deliver a good ball, something that the Stingers can attack. Could this moment become a question mark in the game? Do the Stingers have a question to ask the Carabins? A ball on the penalty spot. Aristide tries to get a shot away. Trangi clears, but only as far as Annabelle Pierre. She'll shoot, and that one goes wide. As we will see another substitution. Aristide has ran her race. She was superb after coming on in the first half, providing danger and speed down the left-hand side. However, not reflected on the scoreboard, as coming in to the game will be Safa Sabri. Sanasak, Ricciardelli. Promising move by the Carabins with Trangi on the far side. 14 against 14. Alexia Tremblay sees her back. Nice move by Descombes. She delivers into the box and Giroir catches. Faustini. Nice chop back onto her left foot. On she goes, Faustini. She's been really good in this second half. Coming into her own. Ashley Burdick's pass. Wayward. Holly Hartwell settles it down. It only finds Belrose, who tried to get it out wide for Jeanne-Yves. Faustini still showing all the fight she has left in her. Jeanne-Yves will settle it back. Trangi. The Carabins march on. Jeanne-Yves, who looked offside, gets the ball. No call by the linesman. On her left foot, she'll play one into the box. Cleared away by Dion. Trangi back. First to the ball. Carabins are not done yet. Her pass blocked. Safa Sabri up the middle. And again, just a lack of quality on that pass. But she gets it back. A chance to redeem herself. Rolling it onto her left foot. Devin Vermeer high for her sister. She'll head it on. Getting to her own ball. Maybe a chance for her to shoot. Devin is behind her, and Rachel Vermeer completes the move and wins a corner for the Stingers. Vermeerception on that play. Holly Hartland to deliver the corner for the Stingers. Dangerous ball into the box. Panazzo was in and around it. However, it finds its way on the other side of the field, and it'll be a Stingers throw. Devin Vermeer. Rachel Vermeer being harassed from behind. Annabelle Pierre, a low-driven cross. Devin Vermeer rises. Brianna Panazza. Dion. Annabelle Pierre, that was a handball by Sanisak, uncalled by the referee, much to the disagreement of the crowd. And finally, it's put out of play by the Carabin. Sanisak forward. Trangi over to the far side. And welcome to a brand new segment, Final Four, brought to you by the broadcast team with our producer on the air with me for these last 4 minutes, Blake Saraga. How are you doing, Blake?
Colin, I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me. It's been a good game. You know, down 2-0 here, it's not where we wanted to be, but we like the effort that the Stingers are putting in at the end of the game, and hopefully that momentum translates to the next one.
How do you think this game got away from them, Blake?
I mean, listen, that first goal, the goalie was coming out. She was looking to make a big play, took a gamble. It didn't pay off. And then that second penalty kick, like, what are you going to do about that one, you know? So you just got to give it to the Carabin. You got to give credit where credit's due. They've been playing really well. They're up 2-0. Best team in the country right now. I mean, province. Best team in the province. Got to give it to them.
Yeah, they are a formidable team, and they've shown their quality once again today, Blake. This is a team that has quality when it comes to scoring, defending, goalkeeping. They have it all. But for Concordia, who struggled in the last couple of years and who haven't had quite of the best results, what do you think about their performance against the best team in the province?
They look like they're trying really hard out there. They're making good plays on offense. They're getting the ball up the field. They're looking to break into the box. And they're showing a lot of things to be hopeful for the rest of the season. This type of play wasn't really evident last year. Last year, I feel like this game would have been a lot further away. May have been 4-0 last year. So the fact that they're only down 2 goals right now to the Carabin, you got to give it to them.
That's a great point because last year it was 5-0. So,
I mean, first time in the booth for soccer. It's a great sport. Thank you for having me out here with you, Colin. And yeah, men's team. We'll see what they could do against the Carabin.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring it. It's great having you here for this little Final Four segment. Brand new. They've never heard of it before. It's so good, though. Blake Saraga, star of the show, usually in the background behind the computer when it comes to soccer, giving us his takes.
Colin, you're the best to do it, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Ricky Ardelli. Trangi taken down. And it's going to be a foul. And Stinger's ball. Stingers have to retake the free kick. Panazza. Ricky Ardelli. Ricciardelli once more all by herself gets taken down, and it'll be a free kick in a promising position for the Carabin. 30 seconds remaining in the 90. We're going to see if we can do some more segments in the future. Always trying to improve the quality of the broadcasts for you, the viewers at home. Trangi on the delivery. She'll go for goal, and that one's just over. Rosalie Giroir. Trangi. Ricciardelli being watched by Safa Sabri. Lagacé, second goal scorer for the Carabins. Brianna Panezza. Faustini. Sassenach. Chance, maybe one last one for the Carabins. Safa Sabri. Faustini. Devin Vermeer steps away from a challenge, and she's furious. And the referee will bring it back and call the foul. Panezza. Safa Sabri wins a corner for the Stingers. Stingers managed to score a consolation goal against Laval. Ashley Burdick, that came off a corner as well. Safa Sabri will set it down for Holly Hartland. Holly to deliver into the box. Surely one of the last kicks of the game. Holly Hartland, high delivery. Brianna Panezza got her head on it, but not in the right direction, and it'll go out. And as the final whistle blows, that will do it for this game. The Montreal Carabins come to Stingers Field and defeat the Stingers by a score of 2-0. Lalonde, the first goal scorer, and then Lagacé with the penalty to put the icing on the cake for the Carabins. So that will do it. Colin van den Merle alongside Blake Sarag and the rest of the broadcast team. Thank you so much for watching this game. Stay